Hello guys, and welcome to Tech Academy, where we teach all you need to know about computers ranging from hardware to software. So make sure you subscribe, like and comment down below. So today we are going to handle the basic definitions, the basic categories of a computer, and we are going to do an overview of what computer entails. So stay tuned, and there is a lot to learn, relearn and unlearn. So make sure you subscribe down below. So we are going to handle computer basics. We are going to start with the definition of a computer. So what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts user input or data and processes it under the influence of instructions called programs to produce the required output called information. It also stores the results for future use through the storage devices. So it is basically an electronic device that accepts user inputs. You have to input the data. The data is processed and displayed through the output devices. So basically that's what a computer is. A computer is an electronic device. So we are going to move to the next bit, is that you have to input data through the keyboard, the scanners, the pen drives. So after you input the data is processed through the CPU and sent to the output or to the displays. That is the monitor to display, the speakers for the sound. So those are the output devices that after the data has been processed, it is taken to the output devices through the monitor, the speakers and such. So we have the processing cycle that highlights the four functions of a computer. So as you have said, the computer accepts data, that is the raw information of the data. You have to input that raw information. The information is processed and converted. The raw information is converted to useful information through processing, and then output is generated. The output is then stored in the storage devices. So that's the processing cycle that highlights the four functions of a computer. So let's move to the two categories or the two parts of a computer. So we have the hardware part and we have the software part of a computer. So the hardware part, as you can see, these are the visible and tangible parts of a computer. For example, the monitor, the keyboard, the speakers, the system unit. So those are hardwares, they have physical components. So the softwares, these are programs or these are apps that are inside the computer that help you to control, to do tasks on a computer. So basically they are instructions inside the computer. They are not tangible. So basically those are the two parts of the computer, hardware and software. So we move to hardware. So what is hardware? These are the visible and tangible physical components that constitute a computer system. As we have said, these are all the physical objects that can be touched or felt. So as you can see, and you can touch a mouse, you can see and touch a monitor, you can see and touch a system unit, a printer, speakers. These are tangible and visible and tangible parts of a computer. So that's what a hardware is. So these, as you can see them down below, those are the hardwares. So hardware is usually divided into four categories. So we have the input devices, we have the processing devices, we have the output devices, and we have the storage devices. So for the input devices, you can see the example. These are devices that key in the information. For example, we have the keyboard, we have the mouse, we have the microphone, we have the touch screen, we have the webcam. You can see the input devices. So we have the processing devices are like the CPU. This is the central processing unit. It's used to process information in the computer. So the output devices, these are used to display or to show the results. They are used to play the results after it has been processed by the CPU. And then we have the storage devices where this information or raw data is put. So you can see the storage devices. So we go to input devices, and these are any peripheral devices or pieces of computer hardware equipments that provides data into a computer. So you can see like an input, like a flash there. They provide the data and control signals to the information processing system, for example, a computer. So data or instructions are entered into a computer through these devices. For example, you can see the keyboard that is used to key in the information. So those are input devices. For example, we have the keyboard, we have the mouse, we have the webcam, we have the touch screen, we have the microphone, we have the gamepads and such. So we go to output devices, and these are components or parts of a computer that show or display or play the results after the input has been processed. So these ones, they just play the results. For example, we have the monitor. It shows, it gives the display after the input has been processed. We have the projectors. They are also, it's also used for display. We have the plotters and the printers. They are used to do pictorial representations. They give pictorial representations. We have the speaker and the sound cards that give output on a sound. They give audio output. So basically those are output devices. And then we go to the storage devices, and these are parts of a computer that hold information for the future use. And basically they are categorized into two. We have the primary memory, that is the RAM, that is the random access memory. It stores information temporarily. And then we have permanent storage devices. For example, we have the hard disk, we have also the external hard drives, we have the optical disk drives. So basically they store information permanently. Yes, so basically they store information. So those are storage devices. A computer must have storage devices so that any input or output, after it has been processed, it is stored. It is stored through these storage devices. So we move to let's go to let's check another topic on let's check another topic on software. And this is an organized collection or set of rules or instructions that make a program that performs specific tasks on a computer. So this basically is a software. These are a set of rules that perform specific tasks on a computer. And software is broken into two areas, or to two main parts. That is the system software and the application software. So the system software, this is the OS, or like for example the Microsoft Windows. They control, they do the work of controlling the hardware components. We have the application softwares, which are the apps. These are the apps that are installed inside the computer. So let's explain this in a broad way. So we have the system software that performs specific tasks such as coordinating, integrating, and managing the hardware components of a computer, so that the other softwares and the users can see it as a functional unit without being concerned about the low-level details. So basically what it means is that the system softwares, they control and coordinate the hardware components as well as the other softwares. And we have an example. For example, we have the Microsoft Windows, we have the Linux, we have the Unix. So all these are system softwares. And so for application softwares, these are designed to perform specific tasks other than just running the computer system. They are usually single programs. For example, we have the image viewer, we have the spreadsheets, we have the word processors. And I think that you need to note about the application softwares is that the user always interact with the application software while doing different activities, unlike the system software where you cannot do tasks or like you cannot interact with the system softwares unlike the application softwares. So these are just apps. For example, we have the Adobe Photoshop, you have the Microsoft Office, Windows. So these are just programs that, and application softwares cannot run without the presence of the system software. So that one you need to note on that. So basically that's the brief introduction on computers. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe and comment down below.